Well, hey, babe, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Honey, let's get into it. All right, y'all. Another good episode, in my opinion, honey. Another good episode. So, y'all know we pick up where we left off on last week's episode with Erika going in on Miss Sutton. Okay. And she did not let up on Sutton at all this episode. Erika asked Sutton if she would like to get sued. By who? Okay. Kyle tells her, see, when you say stuff like that, it gives credence to what Sutton is saying. Then Erika said, oh, I'm not talking about me, girl. I'm talking about by Tom. Okay, because you out here talking about this man, calling this man a liar and everything, girl, and you think that you're not gonna get sued. Girl, go ahead. And I'm sitting up here watching the camera. Watching the show. I had to pause and say, girl, but you still, once again, giving credence to exactly what it is that she's saying. That's why she don't want to be affiliated with the that you got going on. Okay, girl. Hey, T. Hey, Timmy. Hey, Jason. What's going on? What's going on this afternoon, honey? So yeah, I was definitely here for Kyle in that brief moment for letting Miss Erika know what's word. What else did I put in my notes? What did I have? Erika goes on to say, not by me, but by him. Okay. What else she said? I'm like, and what the would you bring him up for? Like, why would she even bring him up? That's my question. Like, why would you even bring him up? And then what else I had made a note of? I said that now you sound like the theory of him having brain issues, because you've been out here trying to tell us, oh, well, he had a car accident and oh, this happened. He rolled down the hill, got himself up, and then slipped back down. Like all this stuff that you told us, girl. So now the fact that you're trying to say, girl, you'll get sued by him, for me, I feel like the brain issues you was trying to force out there are now not valid, in my opinion, because to me, I feel like now you're making it appear as though he's consciously aware of the fact that this woman is talking about him in whatever way, and then he'll be the one to turn around and sue her. So something between what Erika was saying for me did not add up. And it's like, girl, you're so angry in this moment. You might want to be careful, okay? Because whatever this thing is that you're trying to cover for Tom, it's not, you're going to mess around and okay, you're gonna mess around and mess it up, girl. So be very careful. Let me scroll up and see. Hey, Jonas, if Erika told me, would you like to get sued? I would simply say, can you afford? Wow, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, with what money? Sued with what? Girl, don't you know you're gonna have to buy a lawyer too? You're gonna have to pay for one too, just to sit up there and sue me, girl. Okay, so who you talking about? I couldn't take it. So I really was just like, Erika, girl, shut up, shut up, shut up. But I wanted her to split, keep going at the same time, because I feel like the more you talk, the more you finna dig yourself down a hole, girl. So keep it up. Okay. So Sutton didn't say anything. And then Dorit, she done went and found her balls in the trash can, girl. She picked them up and put them on the table. I said, okay, Dorit. Dorit tells Erika, we didn't ask for this situation. And if that's the case, then we all should be concerned. Basically, girl, we didn't ask for your book that you got going on. So now if you're about to get sued, this is exactly what Sutton has been telling you about. None of us have asked for that. And we all should be concerned if you sit over here talking about suing somebody just because they not believing you. And here's the other thing, Erika. I don't think Sutton, I can't recall Sutton calling Tom the liar. She's talking about you. So for you to sit up there and be like, you're talking about Tom would be the one to sue her. She's the one running around calling him a liar and this and that. I think her issue has more so been with you than it's been with Tom. Why you trying to throw Tom up and throw him up in it? Girl, go have a seat and sit down somewhere. She called you the liar, not him, Susie. Girl, I can't take it. Dorito only was big and bold because she was across the table from Erika. Girl, that could have been it. That could have been it. Erika is now against her making empty threats. What happened to Week, kept in the dark wife who was hyperventilating, 5 minutes ago? Erika thought she ate with that. It's not a threat. It's a promise. She was so proud. And I'm like, you should be careful about that. You should be very careful about that. You're going to mess around and have Sutton bring a suit upon you. Okay? For threatening her. However, this is supposed to work out, okay? So then Erika says that she is about to lose her SHI on everybody, okay? And and I think it was what's her name? Garcelle was like, don't do it, don't do it. And she was just over there just holding strong, like, you call me a liar again, and I'm on your ass. now, after she had to hold on, just hold on. She was over there holding on, honey. I was hollering, okay? She tells Sutton, what she told that lady, she said, you called me a liar again, and I'm coming for you, okay? Sutton says, you're going to sue me? But you're the one that's threatened me. And I was like, she wasn't it, Sutton? She was the one. Oh, that's not a threat, honey. That's not a threat. That's a promise. I promise you. Okay. I promise you. Okay. Promise her what? Promise her that you're going to go get Tom. What you finna promise her, Erika? Girl, be careful, be careful, be careful. And I have to say, when I think about it, I'm thinking about PK when he had the conversation with Dorit. And I was here for PK. I felt like PK was hitting the nail on the head as far as how Miss Erika needs to be careful, because one of y'all just mentioned it in the comments, like, girl, you was over here acting like you're weak, then you over here acting like that. You get over here with your homegirls and you crying and you're like, oh my God, woe is me. And then you get on social media and all of your captions, which technically don't have to be your captions to promote a lingerie company, all of your captions are coming off as though you don't give a fuck. Basically. So be careful, honey. So Kyle finally tells Erika to not threaten people. She goes on and pretty much agrees with how Sutton is feeling. And I think I saw an article too about how it seems as though the only person that Erika is really cool with now is Lisa Rinna. It seems like she might be coming from Miss Kyle at the reunion. But let's move on. So Sutton decides to remove herself from it because she just can't take it. And I feel Sutton was like, girl, I'm finna go. Girl, if I can't sit up here and tell you how it is I'm really feeling, because you and your feelings, you feeling however you want to feel, and you want to sit up here and threaten me, girl, let me go, because I'm not finna sit up here and continue to sit around somebody that's over here threatening me. Okay, we're not finna do that. So let's go, little kitty cat. All right. So that's what Miss Sutton did. She decided to go ahead and skate out. What else ended up happening? So Sutton removes herself and Erika asks, where is she going? Why are you asking where she going? You the reason she leaving. You acted like you didn't give it. I mean, then now when she says she finna get up, who are you to ask this woman, where are you going? Girl, I was like, girl, you don't shut talking to me, girl. Please. And no, ma'am. So Sutton says she's headed out because you're not going to threaten me, is what she tells her. Now, what was interesting is while Sutton was outside, you had Kathy that followed her out. You had Garcelle that followed her out, as well as Kyle that followed her out, right? Meanwhile, the ladies are sitting around the desk, around the table, and they're talking or whatever. And it was interesting, and I'm kind of mixing it up, but let me just put it this way. I like you, Crystal. I do. And I completely understand why Sutton is not a fave of yours. However, I would love it if you sat this one out. You're new to the circle. Just give it a second. Like, just sit this one out and assess the situation, okay? I believe Miss Erika done snapped off everybody on the table. So please understand that you probably gonna be next, okay? At some point in your Real Housewives career, girl, all right? At some point, please be very careful because she was definitely over there agreeing. So Kathy, Kyle, and Garcelle outside supporting Sutton. And Kyle over there talking to Sutton. I guess she was trying to get her to come back in and stuff, and talking to her and saying she didn't mean what she said or whatever. She said it, period. And Garcelle said, girl, but y'all the ones that was over there riling it up. You're the reason that all of this is happening right now. So what are you saying? So Garcelle said that Sutton has said everything that needed to have been said to Erika. It's all been said, yet you continue to try to get more out of her. All in all, they wanted Sutton to hang in there. Sutton said, baby, I'm not going to hang no more but at the house. So I'm going to go. Sorry for y'all, because I'm not going to sit around for this. And that's what she did. She decided to go ahead and skate out on the plug, and she left. And I'm not mad at Sutton for leaving. I'm not at all. Not mad at her for leaving at all. Let me go up a little bit, see what y'all saying. This is what I'm talking about. Dorit and Kyle are flip-floppers. Why did it take so long for them to say anything? And Rinna sat up there and was the quietest she's ever been. Y'all, girl, every time I see Lisa on my screen, I dislike her more and more. PK read Erika down perfectly, made perfect sense. Didn't it? It was killing me a little bit to see how Dorit sat up there and she was trying to defend Erika, knowing that you agree and believe everything that your husband is saying. Girl, shut up. So Kyle throws Sutton under the bus while she plays producer and then tries to play the hero at the end of the night. Bye, Kyle. She definitely was disappointing. I was disappointed. Crystal disappointed me bad. She should have sat there and ate her food. Y'all saw Kathy. Kathy was like, I'm not going to be a part of this. She did go outside the house, as I think Kathy should have. It's her house and stuff. She want to make sure the girl's straight or whatever. But did y'all see Kathy at that last event? No. Kathy said, I'm sick of you hoes. Okay, I done had my butler up in here cooking and doing all this extra stuff, girl. All in my expensive house and stuff, girl. Y'all was just never welcome. Back over here, I hollered when Erika trying to get the $20 from Garcelle. You talking about Erika or Dorit? And Crystal is becoming a follower. Crystal should shut up and stop trying to be a part of the clique. That's what it was giving, right? It was giving she wanted to be in. It was something really off about that, and I did not like it. But you know what I love? As I'm sure I'm gonna be watching next season. What I love is that one thing about those ladies, I haven't been watching all of the seasons, but I do believe this. They're gonna put you in a position to make you think that you're a part of them, and they're gonna quickly put you in your place to let you know that you're not. So that time is definitely going to come for Crystal, and Crystal's gonna realize, like, oh, I thought we were cool. Yeah, you're not. These girls go way back. You don't. You still a newcomer, ma'am. So don't get it twisted. Garcelle was right. Rinna needs to go. Child, is she? I feel like they're going to keep her. She be with the mess. Crystal's past is coming back into play, trying to be with the white ladies. Ooh. Because wasn't she trying to like fit in and be like really thin and stuff like that when she was going through, I guess, I forgot, bulimia and stuff like that? She wanted to look like a certain person. Yeah, she said she went to school with a lot of blonde hair white women, right? So that's what she wanted to kind of be like until she got older. Okay. Like Garcelle said, it's the 4 versus everyone. And she was absolutely right about that. And then Lisa gonna send her, sit her bibbity bobbity boo headed ass, her bobble-headed ass up there like, what? What are you talking about? I can't believe you feel that way. Like, no, that's not what's, girl. Go ahead. Go ahead. Table. So back at the table, right? Garcelle tells Erika, girl, like you freaked Sutton out, honey. You freaked my girl out. My girl had to go. And Erika says that, girl, I don't give a damn. Y'all not finna sit up here and make me feel guilty. Y'all not finna make me feel guilty about beating up on nobody, girl. No, we not finna do it over here. Erika says she isn't going to deal with the BS. She's pretty much saying, like, I deal with the BS on a regular basis of people calling me out, saying I'm a liar, saying different things about me. But if you think I'm about to come and be a part of this circle and I'm gonna allow you guys to do the same thing, I'm no longer doing it anymore. So there's that. Erika called Sutton a punk ass. I said, not a punk ass. Not a punk ass. I feel like you're more of a punk ass, Erika, than Sutton is, because you know Sutton ain't about that life like you was sitting up there trying to be, ma'am. So if anything, to me, I felt like you was more of the punk ass, girl. Oh, meanwhile, in the confessional, Kyle says that she believes that Erika's bark is bigger than her bite. And I said, oh, girl, y'all not gonna be friends no more, girl. Y'all finna have a rough reunion. And y'all about to go into a rough season next year, girl. Sitting up here talking about this girl bark is bigger than her bite. Girl, no ma'am. I also felt like there was a little play on things for me, because it's like she also out here, you know, with the fashions, all these expensive things and stuff, knowing that her coins is damn near tied up as well. So it's like, girl, embarrassing. Garcelle is not yet aware how aligned Crystal is with the Fox 5 ladies. I feel like she might be, though. I think that Garcelle is a person that is pretty observant. She may not respond how we may want her to. Let me speak for myself. She may not respond how I want her to respond in moments, but I think that she may see it. I think she observed that at the table when it was Kathy, it was Erika, and it was Crystal, and Crystal was throwing all that shade at Sutton and stuff. So, and if she didn't know then, she definitely knew at that table when she came back. And as they were talking about Erika, Crystal was up there co-signing it. She definitely was up there co-signing it. I'm trying to, hold on, let me see if I have that in my, in my notes, not yet. No, I don't have that in my notes. But when they were talking, I can't remember what it is that she said to Erika. She said something to Erika at the table, and I was like, shut up, be quiet. Okay, she was over there agreeing with her. So I think that in that moment, Garcelle recognized, like, okay, I see where you are. Like, this is a little bigger. This isn't just you not liking Sutton anymore. Like, you over here with these girls. Noted. I'm so happy Teddi Kyle's a lapdog isn't on this season. She would have did the most. Erika and Dorito was grabbing for the $20. Erika probably needed it for gas for a rover. Oh, I didn't even see it. I was too busy watching Dorito make a scene doing the most and putting it in her bra. But I saw right that quick little frame of a second as it went to a commercial break. It looks like she reached it back in there. So I believe she probably gave it back to Garcelle. Erika needs to get whooped for real for calling Sutton a punk. It's like, bye, right? She was wrong for that. The reunion is going to be amazing if the people that need to be read down properly are taken to task, right? Yes, so she definitely knows now. It's Kyle being a confessional gangster for me. It's Garcelle really letting her slide, electric slide on out of the bullshit and right on out her house for me. Crystal said Erika that she'd have, hold on, what Crystal said to Erika that she'd have had the exact response. Oh, that's right, she did say that. She was like, if somebody called me a liar, I would have had the same exact response. She did say that. Okay. Did anyone else find it interesting that Kathy didn't attend Garcelle's dinner? Kathy ain't with the BS. Oh, ooh, I see what you getting at. Ooh, IDK. What you trying to say? Are you believing that about Miss Kathy? Is Miss Kathy one of those as well? Could she be? I like Kathy. I don't want Kathy to be one of them. I felt like Kathy didn't show up because of what happened earlier. You know what I'm saying? When they came to her house and they was, started all this stuff happening. She didn't even want any of that to happen. I would hope that she wasn't trying to skip out on the Haitian food for other reasons. Girl, don't do that, Kathy. Yes. Yes, Kyle really be talking SHI. I'm telling you, she's a snake. I'm mad Kathy didn't call Garcelle to cancel. It was that for me too. Girl, you wasn't gonna call? I guess, honey, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Let me scroll back down because I believe this is the part when Lisa comes over to Garcelle's house. Girl, Lisa when it came in my house, girl, meet me outside. I'll be outside. Meet me outside, girl. Don't come in here. But she stops her messy by Garcelle's house. Garcelle tells Lisa that basically she's feeling like she's not a part of the circle. Okay, I'm not a part of the clique. I feel like you guys, you have your own special bond that does not include me. Okay, I feel like you four are a team. And she also, it seems like she wanted to say that none of the ladies support her, but she just spoke directly to Kyle. And she told her that she feels as though she doesn't support her. So she felt like she was out of the circle. Garcelle decides to name a few incidences that took place between she and Lisa that explain why she ain't had her back, right? Like, one of the things was the Dorit situation. When Dorit was calling her out, she ain't speak up for her, and then she gonna go to the confessional and talk all that big talk. Girl, I could have snatched her out that confessional so quickly. And then she gonna go over there and say, it wasn't my place to say anything. I was like, when Garcelle said it's never your place to say anything, yet you always do. I was like, I'm here for it. Let her know that is so true. It's never your place to say anything, yet you always find a way to put your mouth on people. Girl, you always got to open up your mouth and talk about something. So Garcelle says, Lisa says her loyalty is truth. And that was when I wanted Garcelle to eat her up. Because of the stuff I've been hearing about the previous season dealing with Denise and Lisa Rinna. But she want to sit up there and talk about her loyalty is to the truth. Girl, you bobble-headed heifer. Garcelle, that's what I wanted Garcelle to say more to her about. It was like Garcelle just didn't want to argue, or maybe she just couldn't recall. I don't know what it was. So because Garcelle came to Lisa, she said that she had to, because you came to me, you know, and you have issues with me, you know, and I just don't think it's fair that I let you get away with telling me your issues and I don't tell you mine. Okay. So, yeah. So you remember the day that you came to my house and I did the birthday thing for you? I gave you the cake. Yeah. And Garcelle was like, yeah, girl. And I told you, thank you for that. Yeah, you said it in the middle. Okay. Be careful. You said it right in the middle. But you know how I am. I feel like people should really praise me. Right. So I think that you should have given me a lot more. Okay. I think that you should have praised me at that time. I think you should have praised me after you ate the cake. When you went and sat down in the lawn, you should have praised me. And then before you left the house, you should have praised me as well. Okay. I'm a woman that loves praises, and you just did not give me enough. Actually, you didn't even give my husband enough. Okay. Let's be very clear about that. You did not give him praises. You didn't tell him how much you enjoyed the food or anything like that. And I'm just confused because didn't Garcelle tell the husband how much she liked the food, so much so that the man offered her another plate and she said no, but deep down inside, I was like, girl, she really didn't like that food. She was just being nice. Okay. And then, of course, she did not text you or call you afterwards, Lisa. That was the same night that Crystal and Sutton got into it. So why would she sit up there and call you when she's over there trying to think about her friend and making sure her friend's straight? Ain't nobody think about no motherfucking cake. For real, girl, we appreciate you. I've already told you, thank you. What else did you want from me? And before she really could, anybody could honestly get up off the table to say thank yous or hug anybody, Crystal and Sutton got into it at the actual table. And then it just, or Sutton was talking to Kyle, I believe, at the actual table. So things kind of like escalated right there at the table. So she didn't have time to do all that. But not Kyle, but Lisa was reaching like a mother. She was reaching very hard just so she could feel like she was checking Miss Garcelle about something too. And I hope that everything Garcelle did not get a chance to say to her in this moment, I hope she keeps her notepad or whatever she needs to do so that when she comes to this reunion, she can tell Miss Girl off accordingly. Garcelle is avoiding the "you're so aggressive" line because Rinna would be stupid enough to say it on air like she did Denise. I wouldn't care and release Rinna from my home with that mess. Agreed. And that statement could be very true considering the fact that Miss Dorit, did she just try to call her a bully? So she probably was trying to be pretty careful about that. Based on how these girls are quick to label somebody. Y'all label people all kind of stuff, but then here go Miss Erika want to be mad at being called a liar. Girl, find the nearest corner and have a seat in it. Rinna calling Garcelle a BIT for no reason in her confessional when Garcelle did not come in rah-rah. I was disgusted. And you know what? I really can't recall any times that Garcelle has gone to her confessional and called any of these ladies out of their name. I feel like Lisa Rinna the only one? Maybe not. I don't know. But it definitely hit different when she said that in the confessional. And I kind of like jerked back like, I don't know if it's the BIT or the audacity. Which one is it? Garcelle wasn't nitpicking. Lisa did talking about the thank you bull SHI. Or when was accusing Yolanda of faking an illness. Garcelle is better than me. Hey, Mikey, what's up? Of course, always fake. Lisa gets on my nerves. she really irks me. Since when do you need to thank someone twice for bringing over leftovers? Girl, since her name was Lisa Rinna. Unfortunately. Sad. Correction, Rinna said my truth, not the truth. Gotcha. She low-key admitting to being fake. Yikes. Rinna needs to go with that BS. I told you, thank you in your face. Lisa is team too much. Girl, bye. She's a mess. She's a wholehearted mess. Me too, Jamie. I perked up and got hot. Heating that BIT, please. When Lisa was explaining her reasons, I was like, girl, bye. Changing your dry, tired wig and focus on your old tired dress. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Yeah, so I just feel like she was absolutely full of it. When she brought that up to Garcelle, she just wanted to have, I guess, a leg up, have something to come at her about since she was being, had some heat coming her way or whatever. So let's get to Sutton and Kyle, because they ended up going to like this auction spot or whatnot. And girl, Sutton damn near let Miss Kyle have it too while she was there. So Sutton says she's tired from last night dealing with Erika. Okay, I'll probably be tired too, child. Sutton was saying that they wanted her to say more, and Kyle wanted her to say more, to be honest. But Sutton was feeling like Garcelle felt like, girl, I've already said enough. Like, what else do you want me to say? If you feel like I'm not saying more, and I have to understand where Sutton is coming from with this. She's like, if you feel like I'm not saying more, then fill in the motherfucking blanks then. Say your piece. If you feel like I'm not saying enough, then say your piece. What about everything you were saying and you were thinking? What about that? Okay. What else happened? Sutton tells Kyle she talks too much like Erika, because she was trying to hear her thoughts, honey. And she just kept talking. She was like, can you just be quiet? Just be quiet, because you talk too much sometimes, just like Erika. I was here for it. I was like, she do, girl, shut up. Just moonwalk and scoot back a little bit. Thank you. Kyle keeps telling her to be honest, and Sutton tells her that she is being honest, and Sutton says that she said everything to her. She says she has been the most vocal person than anybody out of the group. And I say, well, you say what you got to say when you got to say it, ma'am. And that is the truth. She has been the most vocal out of everybody. And second place will go to Dorit, unfortunately. Kyle says that she no, and that's when Sutton told her, like, y'all out here acting like y'all afraid of Erika, girl. Like, what's going on with that? And Kyle says, I'm not afraid of Erika, but you seem like you were. And see, this be the shit. If this ain't some Lisa Rinna, I'm getting you together, ma'am, and then you want to throw stuff back on me. I'm telling you, y'all act like y'all fake, and then you want to say I'm not fake, and then you want to throw it back on me. That's how y'all do in this group. I don't understand. So she throws it back on her. So I say, no, but you look like you were pretty scared of her last night. That probably would have triggered me. I would have had to go ahead and go and leave her there in the store. Girl, because I'm probably gonna put hands on you, girl. Let me just go ahead and just go about my business, ma'am. Kyle says they both handled it wrong, though, according to her. She says that she doesn't want the anger to be misdirected at her, though. That's what she's saying. But girl, I guess, child. Right. Kyle sitting up there not saying anything but telling someone what they need to be saying. IDK how Sutton was being two-faced if Erika said multiple times she didn't want to hear what Sutton had to say. Erika shut it down each time she tried. Kyle is the type of person that would talk her SHI with you, but is quiet in front of everyone else. Well, clearly that was an example. That was an example. She need to focus on being the whack as Kris Jenner she aspires to be. Did her daughter and that boy break up? I don't even think her daughter with old boy no more. Let's see her talk about that. Since she was praising it. Her daughter Scott. Oh, here it is right here. Her daughter broke up with Scott. So I wonder what's going to be her storyline next season. Exactly. I don't know, Romeo. I have to think about that. I love asking YouTubers this, but what would be your tagline? I don't know. I have to think about that. I may have to go get some help from over there on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, child. Because I really like the one that Miss Girl Meredith had. I don't like how they tried to play Garcelle. They made it look like Garcelle didn't pay her electric bill. I wish Garcelle didn't pass out those blankets, okay? They would have froze, girl. A mess. And then they made sure that they all skipped out at the same time, because Erika knew she was ready to go. She was just waiting for somebody to go and say they were finna go and hit the head out. She was right on their heels, girl. I'm finna go with you, honey. So let's get to Dorit and PK. All right. So PK wants to know what Erika is saying about Tom. And PK feels like she isn't helping her case with social media captions. I agree with him. PK says that the allegations aren't alleged because I forgot what Dorit said, something about, I guess, the allegations being alleged or untrue or whatever it is. And he let her know, like, that's not the question at hand. Okay. That's not what's being alleged, child. What's out here? Because clearly the allegations that's out there, that's a fact. Okay. That's not even an allegation really anymore. This is what it is. Okay. But what's being alleged is the mental illnesses or the mental issues that y'all are trying to say that this man got. PK was hitting the nail on the head with every little thing he was saying. And I was so in agreement with it. I said, PK is not here for Tom nor Erika. Not here for them at all. Dorit says that she thinks Erika can start over and have a good life. And he said, no. not with how she's going about it, because she isn't remaining humble. And I was like, I agree with him. I feel like people are not going to be want to be associated and affiliated with that type of stuff, and she acting like she doesn't care because people aren't going to deal with her. Okay, this is what he's saying. She up here acting like she don't care, which is going to lead to people not wanting to deal with her. And I just feel like basically what you're saying is her PR team ain't helping. Do she have a PR team? Somebody that can assist her and tell her the best way to go about this so she can save her some of her name or whatever once this case is over? But I do feel like her being on this platform is going to help her out. Being a part of this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is going to help her out, because once this case is behind her, she will have the opportunity at least to try and reinvent herself on, you know, this particular level. But that was that. PK just spoke up about how he went into bankruptcy, like $500,000, something like that, 500,000 pounds. So it was a serious deal for him. And when it came down to him, he knew exactly how to play it. He knew how to be very careful about the things that he was out here doing, honey. And I mean, hey, she should have had a conversation with PK, because PK was on it, baby. He can help you out. Question: do you think Andy is really ready for the reunion? I don't think the same. I don't think so. I don't know. Is Andy ever really ready for the reunion, child? I don't know. This episode is the most sense that's ever come out of PK's mouth. I want to know if Erika would have the same energy for PK. You know she wouldn't. You know she wouldn't. I've had my comeback ready for Erika's or what. I would have been like, as if you need another lawsuit. Ooh, child. Dorito is dumb. PK is way smarter than her. Child, the way he wasn't listening to her in the beginning and she had to get his full attention. She needs the attention. She needs all eyes on her and all ears open. PK wasn't new to this. He hit every nail on the head. Okay, I can't wait to hear what you come up with. Okay, I'm gonna have to come up with something, honey, so I can add it in my intro when I do these Real Housewives reviews. Kyle was scared when Erika ate her up last season at the dinner. Oh, that's what it was. She was scared last year, but want to sit up here and try and throw that up in Miss Sutton's face. She trifling for that. She wrong for that. Girl, let's go ahead and move on, though. Let's get into this Haitian dinner that took place. So Lisa and Garcelle made a bet that Dorit was going to arrive last. She arrived like, what, the third person or something, second or third person to the house? So she was not last, okay? Because Garcelle thought Kathy was going to be last. And I guess she was last, honey, because she ain't never show up. But all in all, Miss Lisa ended up winning the $5. And then we overheard Dorit telling Lisa that she was glad that she won the $5, honey. But anyway, child. Bye. As they're eating the food, the Haitian food, I thought it was interesting because I did feel like a lot of these ladies around the table are pretending to like this food, and they don't. They don't. Lisa Rinna was probably, I hate to say it, the most honest person, because she did not like the food. And I'm like, yeah, you don't like food like that because you like bland food. That's the stuff that you like to eat, Miss Lisa. Things with no seasoning. Okay. So she did not like the food, but she was about the most honest person. Everybody else is out here faking it till they make it. But I guess I had to appreciate it. Don't be disrespectful to the culture when other people just accept y'all culture, even though y'all don't really have one, because y'all take it from everybody else. But anyway. So Kyle brings up the shopping trip. Okay. So Sutton called her friend and Sutton apologizes to Erika. No, she apologizes. Erika is, yes. So when they talked about the shopping trip, Kyle brings up the fact that Sutton referred to her as her friend. Okay, she referred to her as her friend. She didn't really like it, but Sutton apologized to her. While they're over there talking, Erika over both of them. Erika over both of them. She's just in her phone like, And what else is happening on the news? Like, I don't give about what these girls is talking about, honey. I don't care anything about them. So go away from me with this. She was definitely feeling away. Towards the end of the night, when the ladies are all done with dinner or whatever. They're all sitting around, and Garcelle decides to pass out the coats to the ladies because they were cold. Didn't necessarily matter because they weren't going to have it much longer anyway. But I believe this is when Kyle decides to compliment the coats and stuff. This is when Garcelle tells her, oh, I liked your Gucci pants. This is when Lisa Rinna had to make sure that this took place during the time when Erika was not there. And I'm like, girl, Erika ain't even seen the pants. So you didn't even have to reference the fact that she wasn't there because she hasn't seen the pants. She probably not going to remember the pants. It is what it is, okay? It could have been when the two of them went out to dinner or something alone. That it could have been that. But then here go Miss Lisa Rinna being messy, talking about some oh yeah, you weren't invited. Yeah, you weren't. That was the night that you Erika, you were not invited to that one on that night. Well, say what? I'm just letting her know she wasn't invited. Girl. So what else ended up happening at this time? Before it got any deeper, and maybe Erika felt what the road it was about to take as well. Dorit said she was finna go. Miss Erika said she was finna go. And who else walked out the door with them? Lisa. And I was like, good riddance. Goodbye. Okay, y'all know Miss Crystal stayed around because I feel like Crystal was over there trying to get the tea so she could try and take the tea back to somebody else. That's what I was getting. Okay, Sutton says that she is over Erika and Sutton isn't expecting an apology. But y'all know one thing about Kyle likes to force people to have conversations for some reason, but she never wants to have a conversation herself. Kyle tells Sutton that Erika wants an apology from you, though. I don't give a damn what Erika wants. Why would Erika want an apology from me when Erika sat up there and threatened me? And why would you sit up there and tell me, but Erika want an apology? You should have sat up there and told me as my friend, but you deserve an apology instead of talking about some damn Erika wants an apology. Girl, bye. So then Sutton says that she was pushed to speak on something that she didn't want to discuss in front of the group. And Kyle tells her that she would want someone to say it to her face if it was her instead of waiting 6 months. And we'll get to that, okay? Because that right there is what triggered Miss Garcelle. And she asked her, she was like, and what is this? Does that make sense? And Garcelle like, yeah, it makes sense, girl, but it's triggering me, okay? Kathy Hilton wasn't going to come to Garcelle home. She didn't have the decency to call Garcelle and let her know that she wouldn't be coming. That was rude. To be honest, Sutton needs to move out of Kyle's house because she's so fake. Girl, I would have been moved out. I would have moved out a long time ago. Okay, I would have moved out a long time ago. Girl, you pressing me for all these questions. Girl, you about to be pressing somebody else for rent or whatever because I'm finna go. Not finna make no more money off me. I don't know what she feels she's indebted to her about or what that is about, but she wouldn't have made another coin off me. Garcelle definitely represented Haitian cuisine. I gotta make sure I do this because I keep forgetting. Let me refresh that. But Garcelle definitely represent. Okay, yeah, it looked like it was nice. It looked like it was good. Let me tell y'all, that's one thing Miss Crystal did do. Crystal ate that food up, baby. That's one thing Miss Crystal did do. Miss Crystal, I'm gonna eat this food today, and she said the food was good, honey. So she was enjoying herself, having a good old time. I think Erika even enjoyed the food as well. She said, I think Erika enjoyed it as well. I really hope Sutton bring up that she gave Erika the beginning of, oh, you talking about the money she gave her at the beginning of the season at the reunion? The next episode looks like the clique is going to try and gang up on Garcelle, and it's going to be round 2 of her and Dorito. Child, I hope she be ready for him. Child, I hope she be ready for him. Okay, so Kyle tells her, yeah, so back to the point where Garcelle is feeling as though it's triggering to hear Crystal say this, because last year at the reunion, she brought up how Garcelle did not donate. Let me start over because I wasn't talking about Crystal, I'm talking about Kyle and Garcelle. So Garcelle was triggered by what Kyle said about she would want somebody to say it to her in the moment instead of waiting months down the line. So this triggered Garcelle because Garcelle is like, no, ma'am. That's what happened between you and I. Okay, you could have told me right then in the moment, but you waited. You waited to the reunion. You waited for however long, and then you wanted to address the situation. Okay, so that's not cool. You can't say that if you don't follow that yourself. So then, what else happened? Crystal is there because I felt like she was trying to collect the tea. Crystal tells them that there is no moving forward when it comes to Erika, so y'all can stop that. That is dead. She's already had a conversation with her. She sat down. Erika don't want to have nothing to do with Sutton. She's feeling away. That's where they are. Crystal is getting snappy with Kyle. That's what it sounds like. Crystal was pretty much getting snappy with Kyle when Kyle was trying to like push the talk between Sutton and Erika to happen on Sutton's part. And it's like, if the talk is gonna happen, why I gotta come from Sutton? Sutton has done enough talking, girl. Why she gotta go to somebody for an apology or apologize to any of that, girl? So although I was kind of like, Crystal, just be quiet, I was kind of glad she snapped at Kyle to get it through her thick skull. Because like I said, Kyle and them, they love to drag out situations for them to continue to reoccur, because they did the same thing with Crystal and with Sutton. Crystal, what did she say? Crystal is getting snappy with Kyle about Sutton and Erika and how she needs to stop trying to have extra conversations. And that was that. I could be mad at her because they love trying to rehash stuff over and over. Garcelle needs to bring Lonnie on the show for some backup. Kyle is fake. You know what she needs to bring? I think that was Will Smith's ex-wife that she had on the show in the beginning when they were sitting down at somebody's house. I feel like they were at Sutton's house or something. Was it Cherie? I feel like it was Cherie. They need to bring Cherie on the show. Cherie will have her back. I hope they have Cherie on the show next season. Filter her in. That's what they need to do as a friend of the show. Crystal is saying everything she is saying because she hates Sutton. When hatred blinds you. Oh, when hatred blinds you from what's right and the truth. Agreed. Kyle is so fake. She will tell everyone Sutton missed the rent instead of telling Sutton. I believe that. I definitely believe that. She'll go around making a big conversation about it, dragging it over and over. I don't like Crystal flip-flop ways, but she's not lying. Why do people feel like everyone has to talk or be cool? If she don't F with you, then let's keep it moving. True that. Especially with this group. Especially with this group. You say Erika need to go and apologize to these victims, honey. Go and apologize, ma'am. Oh, okay. So it was Nicole. You said it was Nicole Murphy. Is that who it was? It was Eddie Murphy's ex. I thought it was Will Smith's ex. Gotcha. You didn't like how she moved on Hollywood exes. I can't even remember what all happened when she was on that show. I think R. Kelly's ex-wife was on that show as well. They didn't have many seasons, but yeah. So that's pretty much everything that happened on the show. Like, it was good. Once again, I have to say it was pretty good from beginning to end. Good from beginning to end, honey. But that's all I got, y'all. I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off because I have to get ready for tonight's Ooh Ladies First panel that's going to take place on my channel. So you guys come on back, hang out with us tonight around 9 o'clock. We're going to be, recapping a lot of you guys' favorite shows, playing a few games and things like that. So definitely come back and hang out with me then. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.